Da da! The Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan. Alright, hello guys. Today I'm going to go ahead and give a quick review about the Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan. So let's get this started with. That personally, I'm Asian. I've never lived in America. I was never born in America. I've only been to America once. And that was years ago, so that's kind of outdated in my brain. That was probably like 5 to 6 years ago. The point is, I was younger at the time, and America, it was awesome, in my opinion. But then again, things have changed since then, so there may be some weird complications that are happening. So the Joy Luck Club goes ahead, and there are a lot of things that we learn from this as well, too. This story is a story about a bunch of Asian American girls with their moms going ahead, and they're doing things together. In fact, the whole point of this is the Joy Luck Club. It spans over years of stories, and it goes ahead and explains to us about some histories about Chinese Americans and how they went ahead and do things. Also, the competitiveness of Chinese Americans, where they're all like, my daughter can do chess, my daughter can kick, my daughter can play violin, and my daughter just invented calculus. That already existed. Oh, sorry, I meant my daughter already invented some sort of new stupid math. All those kinds of things. While the other mother cannot do something about it until, well, their daughter does something. If Asians be like, and they're like, I don't know, May go to bragging or something like that. This is not the Stephen He channel. This is not Stephen He, and this is very inaccurate, except for the content. That is the way they say those things on Stephen He. That's very inaccurate. But what they're saying, that's actually kind of accurate as well, too. So the Joy Luck Club goes ahead and explains to us a lot about these Chinese Americans. There are stories from around, from all these 4 different children from their younger days and then their older days. In fact, there are 2 versions of the stories. The mother stories before their daughter's birth, in fact, some of them before marriage, and others, and the second set of 4 stories, it's about their daughters going ahead. Their daughters are all like, alright, we're going to go ahead and do something. And they're young. One of them's a chess champion, one of them's a fake pianist. Very fake pianist. And then, of course, there's so much more that we can go ahead and say as well, too. And then the next set of stories is basically the daughters. They're now grown up. They decided to go ahead and do something else. And, well, they've got jobs. Some of them are respectful. Some of them are not. And then they went ahead and they're being very successful in their lives. But now they're adults. And then the final set of stories is all the mothers going ahead and experiencing their lives, trying to live their lives with their daughters and criticizing their lives. In China, I'll give an example. In China, the guest bedroom is supposed to be the best bedroom. And then when the mother went ahead and went to live with her daughters, she was like, aha, so here, welcome to the guest bedroom. And like, why don't I have your bedroom? Huh? Why? Best bedroom is guest bedroom. And she's all like, but who says? China. But we're not in China. I'm Chinese. I'm American. You're Chinese. Okay, but I'm American. Yeah, those kinds of arguments are kind of annoying to deal with it as well, too. In fact, those kinds of arguments, lots and lots of Asians don't understand. And honestly, the most funniest one I could ever find was this. A woman was being criticized, one of the mothers was being criticized by someone, and that person went ahead and called her a fucking idiot. But then what the mother heard was fucking, it's a city in China. And she was all like, she told her daughter, he called me a fucking idiot. I'm not from Fujian. He does not know anything. Personally, I think the daughter laughed at that. But then again, why should you go ahead and read this book? You should go ahead and read this book for different reasons. Although it's one of the author's first important ones, it's also a way to understand Asian Americans. Well, Asian Americans, well, in this case, Chinese Americans, are all pretty important. And no, I'm not Chinese. If you look at my channel name, you realize I'm not Chinese. But then again, of course, even though I've lived in China long enough to actually probably say this, I actually called myself Chinese when I was 2 years old. That's a pretty big mistake in my part. Lots and lots of people go ahead and think of respect, and with respect, there's always something else that's going on. What a lot of Asian parents don't understand is that sometimes cultures are terrible. At least my parents understand that Americans go ahead and have different cultures than us, although there are a few things that should probably still not happen. You have to adapt to different places, and sometimes what you think is respectful and what you think is the proper one is not what it is. There are a lot of things that you go ahead and you think you know, but then you just realize you don't understand. Lots and lots of people go ahead and understand this. Typically, Americans and Westerners all understand that there has to be change. There has to be change and change and change. But the Chinese are all like, let's just go the same way. And now with all this gone, there's a lot of things to understand as well too. Sometimes your values are not the best. Sometimes your values are not the values of the place where you are in. Maybe not the values that you have been teaching your kids. And there is a lot that can happen towards you in the Joy Luck Club. There's a lot that you can go ahead and do. And so what do I say? Well, what I say is, it's time to go ahead and do something else. It's time to go ahead and think that this fragment over here, do not think of it as something to wipe away. Think of it as something to go ahead and nurture. To go ahead and nurture so that it becomes a great part of you. And who knows, maybe it'll go ahead and unravel itself into a new you. Maybe that little splotch is your daughter or your son. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you guys soon. Until next time, for now, peace. Bye-bye. My son can cook ramen in 10 seconds. My son is a 10-time chess champion. My son works at SpaceX. My son does 5 jobs. So, he earns $500,000 per year. What? This Asian parent has won